So trailing stop right here has been activated. As you can see, trailing stop $4, $5, $6, $7. So this board, if the market starts coming back down, right, you can see it's increasing. If the market start coming back down, this will automatically close, right? Once it start coming down, you will see that it has already closed the trade. So once there is a pullback, once there is a little pullback, as the market is moving, once it triggers and the market is moving, once there is a little pullback, it automatically, as long as trailing stop has been activated, it automatically closed that trade for you. And very soon, just give it a few minutes and you'll see today's PNL will be updated. Then if I scroll down right here, we'll see what the bot closed that trade at. Okay, so we closed it. This is the profit we made from this $17. So the peak was $18, and then because of trailing stop, it has to close at that $17 level. So that's basically how this works. And you can see today's PNL has been updated already, and our profit too, our total profit has been updated, and our wins has been updated. So that's basically how this works. And you can see our balance too has been updated with this recent trade that we just took. So I'm just here making a video, and then the board is there trading for me automatically. I don't need to do anything. That's what I've actually put together for you right here. Hello traders, welcome back to the video. So this is a quick follow-up update on our gold scalping board that we created with Claude AI. So I'm going to walk you through everything we have done right here. And the best part is I've equally made this as a skill available for you, for anybody who's interested to plug and play. So instead of you just sitting down from beginning and start interacting with Claude to come up with something this robust, you just need to use ours and then make a quick let's say some trick to read and be able to use it. It's as simple as that. All right. So if you want to learn more, make sure you join us on Telegram. The link will be in my bio. That's where we have all of the resources available for you. And this one particularly is for the private group. So if you want to get access to this, you need to join the private group and be able to get access to this. And right here, we just shared, wow, gold is still dumping seriously. Okay. So this is the signal we shared. This week has been profitable with our gold signal. And Monday we hit full TP, Tuesday we hit full TP, and the one we shared this morning, as at the time I'm recording this video, it has already hit full TP, as you can see here. So these are some of the things you stand a chance to gain if you join the private group. Now, quickly to start with the balance right here. At the beginning of this month, I reset my balance from what we had. I had to withdraw some money because we need to pay for subscription and all of that. So I withdrew some money and then reset the balance to 300 USDT. And right now, as at the time of making this video, we are sitting at, what's today's date? So we are sitting already at 416 USDT. And as at today alone, we've made $9. And if I come down here, though we've not been trading every day, I just started trading like a few days ago. If we come down right here, you'll see our total PNL. This is our performance so far for this week, because we started trading officially this week. You can see our win trades here, you can see our win rate here, and then you can see our losing trades. So we took 37 trades, and then 36 is a winning trade, and then you see our profit factor, and then the max drawdown that we had right here. And down here, if I want to send a report, let's say I have this board automatically sends a weekly report to my Telegram. Those of you in the private group can attest to that. So weekly report, it sends a PDF as well. I can generate monthly report. I can just click on this and generate this, but at the end of the month, it sends a report of all of the activities we've done for that month. Now with this report, we can adjust our trading, whatever we want to do to make it better, right? So we can get a monthly report, we get a weekly report, and then market briefing. So every week, at the beginning of every week, the bot sends us briefing telling us that there will be some news for the week, if it is high impact news that will affect gold and all of that. And you still have the economic calendar down here as well. So that's everything you need. And I think in my previous video, I've already explained that if I click on the buy option here, whatever that I specified down here, if I specify to enter 5 trades, 10 trades at a time, once I click on the buy button, it does that. When I click on the sell button, it does that. And then the close all button is to close everything right here. And then we equally added the EMA. Right now it is telling us on, I think this is on the 1 hour time frame. So EMA is bearish, and you can equally see that with what is happening in the market right now with the currently we're on the 1 minute anyways, but EMA on the 1 hour is telling us that the market is bearish. This is just to tell us, I'm using the 200 EMA as you can see right here to tell us the trend of the market. So if it is bearish, if it is bullish and all of that. Then down here is where we have the sessions, different session, Asian section, and mine is highlighted in red here because it has been the worst session for me. This is the session I've made a lot of losses. So if I don't want to trade this session, I just go ahead and turn this off. You see, automatically it saves here. So any of the section that you don't want to trade, if you want to trade the London New York session overlap, you can just go ahead and turn everything off and then turn this one on. If I want to trade the share section, I just go ahead and turn it on. So any of this session that you don't want to trade, even if you deploy this to a VPS server where it runs 247, as long as you turn any of this off, it will not trade during this session. Currently, we are in the London session. So during London session, it's not going to trade until it gets to that session that you turned on. That is the only session it's going to trade. Since the Asian session is always giving me losses and all of that, I wanted to have the ability to say I want to trade, whether I'm on my laptop or not, whether I'm there or not. I want to trade during the session and I don't want to take trades during this session, right? Then these are some of the settings I've adjusted. This is far different from what we had initially. If you have seen my previous video on that. So our profit target here is 3 USDT. This is for our scalping. We can always adjust this. If I go, for instance, if I go back here and I want to trade on the higher time frame, like the 1 hour time frame, or I want to trade on the 15 minutes time frame, a higher time frame, I can come down here and adjust the profit target. And once I adjust my profit target, let's say I want it to be $5 or whatever it is, automatically the trailing stop and every other thing automatically adjust on its own, right? And that is because of the settings that I gave the bot to use. So I don't want the situation where I will adjust this separately and then you now start pressing calculator to know what the trailing stop percentage, the amount will be and all that. So once you adjust this, automatically trailing stop, trailing distance, all of that will automatically be adjusted. And then the hard stop loss too will be adjusted. Now for the hard stop loss, if you scroll down here, then the number of trades, before we go to the hard stop loss, the number of trades we take per trade, instead of taking 3 trades with 0.01, I just decided to take 1 trade with 0.03. And it goes on. If I'm about to take like 10 trades or thereabout, I will just change this to the lot size to 0.1 and take only 1 trade and then adjust my profit target as well. Then if I scroll down, trailing stop, as you can see, is enabled. The hard stop loss, I had to disable this. In a case where there are going to be news, high volatility, whatever that will affect the market, I just go ahead and turn this off. Turn it on rather. So when I know that market is a bit stable, I just turn it off. Then the Telegram notification, whenever this bot takes a trade, it automatically sends a notification to us on Telegram. When it closes that, we equally get a notification as well. So that's this one. You can enable or mute the Telegram notification. Then here, quick break even. If I want this option right here, I have to disable it right now. If I want it, I can always go ahead and enable it. And what it does is, if we make profit, if we enter a trade and then the trade is already in profit, I can decide the amount of money. Let's say if the trade is already $2 in profit, $3 or $10 in profit. This is just an example. You can set whatever you want here. So whenever that trade hits that amount of money, or let's say if it is going to be 40 pips, just like the signals we shared this morning and all of that. If TP1 is going to be 40 pips, and we check our account balance and see that with the lot size we are using, this is going to be $20 or thereabout, we'll just put that in here and then go ahead and enable this. So immediately hits that level, the bot automatically moves stop loss above your entering and all of that once this profit target is hit. That's what this does. So what this option does is, if I'm going to use a strategy, for instance, from TradingView, or I'm using an indicator for this, that's the whole essence of this. If you are going to use an indicator, let's say you're using the super trend indicator, or you're using the chandelier Z indicator to actually take a trade, or use the alert from this indicator to take a trade, then you can equally do this. Now, the reason why I had to do this is because there is a trade, there is an indicator that actually vibe code with Claude, and that indicator comes, when it comes, it gives you a signal, it gives you a stop loss level, and then gives you TP1, 2, 3. So that's the whole essence of this. And you can see the full TPA is TP3, which is what the signal, the indicator we have coded actually does. So that's the whole essence of that. So if I'm going to use that indicator, I will turn all of this on. And when the indicator hits TP1, automatically the stop loss from that indicator is what is used there and all of that, right? So that's the whole essence of that. As you can see, for now, it is all off. And then we have signal quality, the minimum signal score, and you can go ahead and turn this. If it is 0, it's automatically off. It can be 2, 3, 4, 5. That is, this all depends on the indicator you're using. So this will equally filter that for you. And then daily loss limit. If we hit 50 minus $50 in a day, if you enable this, once you continue to hit stop loss and it accumulates up to $50, automatically the board will automatically stop. It will no longer trade for that day again. So that's this one. If you want to, you can go ahead and enable that. And then we have trend and entry filters. So this is where we use the EMA. And if you scroll up here, you will see where it tells us that on the 1 hour that we're looking at is actually bearish. So you can adjust all of that from here. So the trend and entry filters, if you want to, you can go ahead and enable that. You can change this to 200 EMA, 100 EMA, 50 EMA, whatsoever you want. You can go ahead and do that. And you can select all of the different time frames that you want to monitor or filter the market with right here. So, and then you have the spread guard. If you want to, you can go ahead and enable or disable this. And what this does, it helps you, when there is too much volatility in the market and all of that. So all of these options right here, I go ahead and disable it if I'm not using indicators. And once I finish, just go ahead and click on save settings, and the settings will automatically be saved. And that is basically it. And whenever this bot takes a trade, you will see right here this that says inactive will be active, and then the trailing stop will be here. Everything is up here for you. And as a matter of fact, we just took a trade right now, and you see right here it is a buy trade. So trailing stop right here has been activated. As you can see, trailing stop $4, $5, $6, $7. So this board, if the market starts coming back down, right, you can see is increasing. If the market start coming back down, this will automatically close, right? Once it start coming down, you will see that this will, it has already closed the trade. Okay. So once there is a pullback, once there is a little pullback, as the market is moving, once it triggers and the market is moving, once there is a little pullback, it automatically, as long as trailing stop has been activated, it automatically closed that trade for you. And very soon, just give it a few minutes and you'll see today's PNL will be updated. Then if I scroll down right here, we'll see what the bot closed that trade at. Okay, so we closed it. This is the profit we made from this $17. So the peak was $18, and then because of trailing stop, it has to close at that $17 level. So that's basically how this works. And you can see today's PNL has been updated already, and our profit too, our total profit has been updated, and our wins has been updated. So that's basically how this work. And you can see our balance too has been updated with this recent trade that we just took. So I'm just here making a video, and then the board is there trading for me automatically. I don't need to do anything. That's what I've actually put together for you right here. In all of this, you still need, the bot still needs your input. This time around, it doesn't need your 100% presence. But the only thing is, if you come down here and look at the news for that day, if there is high impact news towards that news, you can go to forexfactory.com and check the exact time that this news will actually, and here it gives you the time and everything in my own time zone. So when you are setting up this, you can set it in your own time zone, or you can use the New York time zone so that you don't get to miss all of this. But if you go to Forex Factory, it automatically gives you every details in your own time zone. So you will be able to say, during this time, I'm not going to trade. And after the news, maybe after few minutes or an hour or thereabout, you can now activate back the board and it will be running. So this work on a Windows laptop. Because of MT5, this doesn't work on your MacBook, except you are going to deploy this to a VPS. And if it's going to work with your Windows laptop, it means for the time you are going to be trading, the Windows needs to be up and running. Your Windows laptop needs to be on. Then what I'm doing right now is, once I'm satisfied with the result I'm getting, then I can deploy this to a VPS and stop stressing my laptop for this. So if you have a laptop that you can leave for 2-3 hours to start running automated trades for you, then this will be one of the best options for you. But if you have all it takes, you can check out Hostinger. You can check out, there are other cheaper VPS platform. I'll leave their links in the video description. You can deploy this to a VPS and let it run automatically for you, toggling all of the sessions on, and it goes ahead and run for you. I hope this video is helpful. If it is, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and if there is anything that is confusing, you can use the comment section and I will attend to you in the comment section. If you want to learn more, join us on Telegram. The link will be in my bio. That's where I'm going to be sharing details on how to get the repo that I've set together for you for this particular board. All you just need is to clone the repo using your Claude code, and automatically everything will be set up for you. Add your Bybit details because we are trading gold using Bybit. So you can just add your Bybit MT5 details and you can use it to start trading going forward. I hope this video is helpful. I'll see you guys in my next video.